It was a college night like any other. I just finished a 10-page paper that's taken another 5 years out of my life when suddenly, bam, Discord notification. Now, I've gotten Discord notifications before. I mean, I'd say I'm pretty popular, and I figured I've got time. I can relax for a bit. It wasn't for many of my friends, but a random person who I've never heard of before, and we're only mutual in a single server, OG Vanilla. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically
Wait, King Cocolata.
King Clut.
Oh my
You know, I
god!
saw King
Oh
Kiki
my
in like
god!
a TikTok. I saw him on a TikTok.
So I got this notification. They say, hi, how you doing? You play Minecraft too? All that broken English mumbo jumbo before they ask, hey, would you be down to play some Minecraft? I did not respond to that question for like a few days. I basically just egoed them and completely shattered their chances of ever playing Minecraft with quick. So I ended up responding back. I'm gonna, and have already been clowned on by my friends telling me, well, if that were me, I wouldn't have been in this server. I would have just never talked to them and blocked them and destroyed their profile. But unfortunately, I like making friends. So I took to the stage and decided, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna make a friend the semi-old-fashioned way, and I managed to get Spyro into my computer. And they got all my accounts, including my parents' accounts because I never logged them into my computer. And now they want money. Shit. Oh, but Key or Quig or Kig, how did they plant spyware onto your computer? They can't do that unless you downloaded something. Well, you see, little Timmy, the scam was stupid enough that I had an ounce of pity and fell too far in. If I had just done a better Google search, literally none of this would have happened. So when I told them after like a week, mind you, this hacker waited an entire week to hack me. I mean, seriously, who does that kind of wait? They instead invited me into a survival server. But it wasn't even a server. And it was modded! The hacker didn't ask me to download anything up until I asked them if the server was modded because I couldn't join the server without these specific mods. It brought me to a random website that, looking back, had to have been AI generated. But it also looked like the kind of old servers as websites they used to look like. Like that guy that made Crazy Craft, or that one Hunger Games Bajan Canadian. But that's exactly what the website looked like. So I looked for the download button, whatever, and the website said it's a mod pack. But when I downloaded it, 1 kilobyte of space isn't even a mod. 1 kilobyte of space is changing 2 pixels in a texture pack. If even that. I don't know what made me continue at this point. There was something that kept popping up on the screen, which was something along the lines of Java ws.exe wants permissions, which randomly kept popping up every time I had my Minecraft open, and that's where I saw the faintest of green flags in a sea of red ones. See, this is where I should have done more research, and I went through everything. I checked the website on Total Virus, it was clean. I used the website to even check the mod pack I downloaded, and it also came back fully clean, which in hindsight, how the hell? So everything kind of looked green. In a sea of red, it looked a little green. It looked a little green. Even the pop-up Java ws.exe, because according to Google, it was a real executable. So I clicked no. I like 3 times. I didn't want to give it permission. My Minecraft was working. It was just that the server wasn't letting me join, even with the mod pack on. So I looked to Google and it said it was fine. I looked around a bit more and it said it was fine. I looked to an AI chatbot, and even that said it was fine. Before telling me it wasn't fine when I had already hit yes and give it permission. And yeah, my stuff got hacked. Obviously, I managed to recover everything. It took me a month to actually recover the email address connected to this channel, which is why I disappeared within that time span. So the hacker hid my channel. They slapped their own recovery email onto the email that they stole. And Google, despite me having full access to a recovery phone number I initially put onto the account, just wouldn't let me in. At the time, I didn't really know what to do. I tried contacting the FBI, filing a complaint with their cyber division. That didn't really work. I tried finding every loophole I had, but it just kept going back to that hacker's recovery email every single time. I even thought about giving up and maybe even starting a fresh channel or just giving up on YouTube. Maybe it was my sign. It was my sign to like stop making content sort of thing. But instead, I said, screw it. Turned to my last resort that apparently worked for a few other people, Twitter. I tweeted on a throwaway account, and I think it maybe went something along the lines of, please get me my account back. I miss my clout. And they basically responded back with like, yeah, sure, here you go. They sent me a link, and they got me in contact with what I can only describe as an inner circle of YouTube support. And they were like, wait a minute, this is your YouTube channel? Bro, your email address got hacked. Well, damn. Can you fix that? And then I got sent a voicemail or a bot. They just sent me to a bot. Like, I gave them all this information they needed, and their response was just, yeah, that's rough. You should make a new Google account. Like, so was that it? All these days of going back and forth with YouTube support? All for nothing? Manager from the YouTube support experience team. Bro, I was stunned. YouTube was out here putting in primetime minutes for the little guy. They basically went and sent me a whole new link. They wanted proof of either me actually using the link or proof that I couldn't log in, but that it was my account since it's been compromised. But either way, actually clutch. So they disabled the Google account the first time, but the hackers somehow managed to get it back within like minutes of it being disabled. So obviously, I went and snitched. They sent a link that they wanted a different email I owned to. Sent me a link to reset the password from there. They kicked the guy out of everything. And that's the story of how I got that email address back. The old Discord I had is gone, unfortunately. So now I'm going from having a prestigious 3-letter name to now a boring, common 5-letter name. But I mean, it's still my name, at least. I get. I deleted the old Discord, or at least it's currently being deleted. Why are you like this? I also moved the email of this channel to a newer one, with the downside being that this is now a brand channel. So you should leave a like and subscribe. But yeah, sorry this video took a bit. I'm also in the works of a new montage, if that helps. I also just remembered I completely ghosted that one guy that was apparently a high tier 3 and offered to like play a few 1v1s. And it's been so long. He's since been promoted to low tier 2 and retired. I'm chock full of social anxiety.